Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Tonight's project, we're still on the little lathe trying to get something to where we can work with it. What I've got here is a normal standard mag base for your normal standard 100th of a millimeter indicator. And what I've been thinking of is I've got a couple of things coming up that I want to do in the lathe, and one of them is in the mill, and I have to be able to find the center of a part in the dividing head while it's in the milling machine. Now there's a couple of ways we can go about it, and we'll have a look at using an edge finder if we can get an edge finder to work on it. But in the meantime, I've got this collet chuck. It's a Morse taper number 22 ER16, and I've got a 10 millimeter collet for it, and then I've got this mag base. So my idea is to sort of repurpose this and use a section of the mag base with an insert in the collet chuck. So basically what we need is this shaft on the mag base is 12 millimeters. The collet for the collet chuck is 10 millimeters, so we just need a little piece that steps down from 10, well, steps up from 10 to 12. We can get the 10 into the collet chuck with a 12 at the end, and then we can use this portion of the mag base, this little arm, let's call it, and we can, I think we'll be able to retrofit that to be able to use it as a center finder for round parts in the dividing head on the mill. So it's going to be a quick and easy one. Once again, it's one of those projects where I will be attempting to work to as close a tolerance as I can. And let's see what jumps out of it. I'm going to set up at the lathe and I'll get you there. Okay, gents, so I've got a piece of scrap here. I've been practicing on some other stuff. And the smaller diameter is just over 15. And the larger one just is right on the wall, just about on the nose, 19. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn this set portion down to 10 and leave a section here for a 12 diameter, and hopefully we can get it spot on, and then we can use that little extension in the collet chuck to mount our dial indicator on and use that as a center finder for round parts in the mill. So first of all, I'm going to put in a center hole and just support it on the center just to make it a bit easier on myself. But let's get cracking. I always try and work as close to the inside of the tailstock as possible. As you can see, I had this out of the lathe and back in again, and that's why it's not running true. So we'll be cutting the 10 and the 12 in one go, just to make sure that the 12 diameter, the larger diameter, is concentric with the smaller diameter. And I think with the distance we've got, we're close enough that it won't be an issue. Well, it won't be an issue for my capabilities at this stage. There we go. Where are we going to go to here? We need to go to 12 and we're just over 15. So we can turn this whole thing down to 12 and then just a portion of it down to 10. Okay, at this stage I'm not going to be worried too much about where I'm going with it. Taking a 15th out depth of cut up to the point where we can take cuts right through, and then we'll start measuring for the 12 diameter. I don't know if the camera can pick it up here, but I'm running into my live center at the back. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. There's probably a bunch of machinists that'll get a sort of a heart attack now. Just gonna tilt it a wee bit, and now I must just check that I don't run into the chuck. But I think now I'll be okay. Okay, so we're at 14.6. 14.6. Okay, so I need to take off 51 thou to get to the larger diameter. So let's get close to that and see what we can do. What I'm going to do is I am going to set my dial to 0 now, and then we'll work it from there. I hope I've got enough space. Okay, so total depth of cut was 40 thou, so we should be 11 thou off. Okay, so currently I'm sitting on 12.32, so I'm only 7 thou off. See, that's why you creep up on it. I'm gonna, oh well, 6 thou off. I'm gonna take the 6 thou and gun it, and let's see what we can get to. Let's see what we've got here. It looks like I'm at about 12.02. So that's close enough for my liking. Just gonna put a... Okay, so 12.02, that's close enough for what I want to do here. To get the MagBase arm to sit on here. I'm just gonna take a little bit of emery tape, clean up the first portion so that I know that's done. Then we'll move back and do the first section up to 10 millimeters. And it's way smoothing off. I think I might be right on the money now. $12 on the nose. I am very happy with that, how that came out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn an arbitrary section. Wait, let's see. Okay, so this is basically the amount that we need for the arm of the MagBase. I'm just going to give it a little bit extra. The length is it's arbitrary, it's not set in stone. So I'm just going to make a little mark there. That'll be my indication up to where I'm going to turn. But now what's happened is I am running out of place tool depth on my live center, so I am going to just come off of it, and at the end of the day I'll just cut that off or chamfer it off or something like that. But let's get back onto this side, get our little mark set, and let's get going. Okay, so I should be 10 thou short now. I'm sitting on 10.3, 6 thou short. 6 thou. I will be taking the 6 thou in one shot, and let's see what we get to. .98, so I undershot this last one, but it's okay. It's still well within what I'll be needing there. I'm going to take the tailstock off, just kiss this little edge, make sure that's nice and neat. Then I'll be chamfering the corners, hacking it off and swapping it around. Okay, I'm gonna hack this one off and swap it around and just tidy up the edge. Okay gents, this is our little part. Came out good. This one was 0.02 of a millimeter undersized, so it's just under. This one was right on the nose on 12. So how this will work is the little collet will fit over here. That will put into our the spindle of our mill, and this one would fit on there, something like that. And then we can actually fit our indicator onto this one and indicate all the way around, if it makes sense. Let's get it in the mill and I'll show you. Okay gents, so I've got the dividing head mounted. I've got the collet chuck in, got our new part in the collet chuck. What I've got in the dividing head currently is a piece of chrome rod. It's an old car shock absorber that I've taken out the shaft, cut a section off. This is as round as anything in my shop's ever going to be. So let's fit this whole thing together and see if we can make it work. I've not tested this before filming, so not sure, but let's see. Okay, so this fits like a glove, and now I need to get the come on, dial indicator fitted up to this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this a bit high and see if we can get close to it. Maybe I should zoom you in here a bit. There you can see the collet chuck, a little part in there, and the dividing it. So I'm going to get close without measuring anything, just by eyeballing it. By the looks of it, that should be about it. Now I'm going to set the I think this is going to be a little bit of a bullet. 335. Okay, so I've been fighting this thing a little bit just to get my head around it. So what I did was I got the plunger of the dial indicator as close to the center as I can eyeball it. Might still be a little bit out. So at this stage, let's see on this side. I'm going to set it to 0, almost. Let's see. There we go. So it's sitting on 2 millimeters on the small dial. So we're right on 2 and 0. So if I bring it around in the, what's that, x-axis, we are about 5 thou off. And then we're back on half of the air. Come on, half of the error. So we're on 203, and on that side we're on 205. So we can still go half of the mistake, but I think I got too far now. Here we are on 204. Come on. .204, and nope, this thing is gonna haunt me a little bit. .202, and there we are on 202. So that's quite close in this direction. Now in the other direction, I am sitting on 1 and 6. So we need to get back to 202 as well. Am I wrong? go to, and we go to the other side. Now this is just going to be a bit of a ball ache to see, but we are almost, I'd say, right on the money there. 204. I'm going to come back to this side. There we go. Don't touch the dials. 204. And it's standing still. Okay, so I've clamped the GoPro to the spindle. I don't know if you guys can see there. I don't know how in focus this is going to be. The GoPros are not that good at focusing, but now I am actually swinging the dial around, and as you can see, there is not a lot of difference in there. So we are on center. According to what I have, this should now be the center of this piece of stock. So if we take off the dial indicator now, we lock the carriage, take off the dial indicator, we will be drilling a hole as close to center on this thing as is probably possible. I think we've made it. Gentlemen, and there we have it. Quick little project, turning your mag base into a center finder for your mill. I didn't think this is going to work as good as it did, but I am super stoked with how it came out. And it's something as simple as just a little, shall we call it, extension piece. The bonus of it is you do not have to butcher your mag base for it. This mag base is still 100% functional. Nothing to it, just this little extra piece, and we've increased the versatility of the mag base, and with the dial indicator we've doubled the versatility in that sense, because now there's a totally new different setup we can do with it without buying additional tooling. But with that, I think I'm going to call it. If you've made it thus far, thanks for watching. Be sure to make yourself one. It just makes life a little easier. Even if you do have a center finder of some sort, Wiggler or something like this thing works a charm, and you'll definitely be seeing more of it on the channel. But with that, like I said, I'm going to call it and say thank you very much, everyone. If you made it thus far, please subscribe to the channel, ring the little bell so you don't miss anything, and give the video a thumbs up if you like stuff like this. Sort of home machine shop, anyone can do it. I'm just trying to show you that anyone can do it. Even if you've got a small old machine, you can still get to it. But with that, I'm going to call it and say thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay safe.